7:48. You go to your doctor's, and your doctor takes out the little piece of paper and he scribbles on it, and you look at it and you're like, "What the hell is this? What am I about to take?" And I don't know why, but you could take it to your pharmacist, and they would be able to. They'd be able to read it. On the line right now is pharmacist Bob Black, who runs Randall's Pharmacy. And Bob, good morning. Thanks for coming on this morning.
Good morning, Bill.
So, first of all, is it true that when you went to pharmacy school, and where did you go to school, by the way?
Albany College of Pharmacy.
Albany College of Pharmacy. My ex went there. And was it Ralph's, the big place where everybody ended up?
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, but was there a class that taught potential pharmacists, those that were going to school, how to read the writing of doctors?
I mean, no.
How do you learn?
Class.
How do you learn to read the writing?
It's amazing. You get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
Going through everything, how they write the drugs out and everything. But there's no class to teach you how to do that. That's just a gift, I guess.
It's a gift. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think someone would argue that maybe you skipped the class on writing. It's not a special class. There's a class actually that doctors skip. It's called handwriting.
Skip. Yeah. You may be right.
So, Bob, you talked about how you've gotten used to it. Are there certain doctors where you say, "Oh, yeah, I know what he's prescribing," and just because you got used to their style of handwriting?
You can tell by their style of handwriting.
Yeah. Okay, so that kind of is going by the wayside with some exceptions. So tell us what's going on here.
Well, what they're going to is e-prescribing or electronic prescribing of prescription pads. Instead of going to your physician and getting a prescription handed to you, they're going to electronically send it to the pharmacy directly. It's basically solves the problem of having to read these prescriptions.
Yeah.
Less errors, less confusion, less talking between doctors and pharmacies on exactly what was written and everything, too.
So you'd have to sometimes have to call for clarification.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Can I ask, I think Dr. Ritter raised the point.
He's by the way, Dr. Ritter is one that is very much against this.
Mm-hmm. And part of the reason is, he said, say I prescribe, I don't know, I'm going to say amoxicillin, right? And it's at the pharmacy on the corner there, and I go down there, and the pharmacy on the corner doesn't have it. Now, as the patient, do I have to go back to my doctor? What do I do?
What happens then?
Well, if it happens, right now, our practice is to call the physician, and we can get a hard copy of it, or a call-in prescription.
Okay.
Which is kind of like a backup for it, if it's not there. There is some confusion to it right now because people leave the doctor's office and they see the doctor send the prescription to the pharmacy, but it's not something that occurs directly to the pharmacy. It takes about 15, 20 minutes sometimes to get to the pharmacy, so people show up before, and the prescription's not there, so there's a little confusion there, but I can see, it's kind of, it's been forced down the doctor's throats, basically, to say, to do this, so I can understand why they have some reluctant feelings towards doing this.
It's some breaking news right now that they say that that hijacker has been arrested. NBC News is now reporting that the hijacker has been arrested in Egypt. So haven't a lot of these pharmacies already been doing this?
We've been doing it probably over 2 years now.
Yeah.
We were the first leg of it, to come in. And there's a lot of other things, too. Problems with the pharmacies are copies of prescriptions, forgeries.
Right. And that's part of what this was all about, right? It was about the big drugs where
there were two doctors who were charged, right?
Okay.
Right.
And so for the patient, this not a lot changes here, right?
No, not a lot. No, they don't have to be responsible for the prescription. I mean, I've had quite a few times where they've lost it in transit.
Yeah.
So they no longer have to be responsible. They just have to make sure that it's going to the correct pharmacy.
And then they normally give you a printout, which basically explains what it is that they've given you, but that no longer is your prescription.
No.
Right.
No.
Right.
Yeah, they will not be carrying a prescription at all.
So what should somebody do? You say there might be a delay. Should people wait before they go to the pharmacy? Should you wait half an hour?
I think you should go there because if there are any problems, we can jump on it right then and there.
Okay.
It's just don't expect it to be like a 2-second type thing, like a text or anything. It's not like that.
And then here's one other question. When you talk about errors, this reduces the chance for errors. What is the because I noticed that a lot of times they're able to select something that's already written on their computer screen. What if somebody selects something that's wrong? Is that where the pharmacist kind of kicks in and they, so you see is there something where you can double check to see, this is for high blood pressure. Why is this medicine being given for high blood pressure? Is there still that checks and balance that exists?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, there are probably scenarios that something might slip through, but most of the part, we're able to check, and drug interactions, everything stays the same. And if something comes up that doesn't look right, we usually do call and verify it anyway. And
then the last thing is who gets the exemption? There are some exemptions out there right now.
There are some exemptions. It's kind of foggy right now because now like yesterday, I was coming across an individual that did get exemption, which I didn't think they were going to. So it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, what's up in the air is for dentists, optometrists, vets are the other scenarios.
Okay.
For the situations for just writing the few prescriptions that they do. So it still hasn't been clarified yet as what the exemption is going to be.
And I think Dr. Ritter was saying in some cases these are pretty expensive systems that they have to put in.
Very expensive. Yeah.
So there's a big expenditure there. So all right, good stuff. Bob Black, pharmacist at Randall's Pharmacy in New Hartford. We appreciate your time, Bob.
Okay, appreciate it. Thanks, Bill.
Quick break. 7:55 WIBX.